What up, PokeNet? Tonight we're going to be testing out Andrew Hedricks championship deck from the LA Regional. This deck was a lot of fun. I've tested it out a couple times today, and we should know this already. Andrew is one of the best Dragapult players out there, and Dragapult is just dominating the meta currently. So not surprising he went to LA and won, just ran through it. And Dragapult did as well, right? So we better be ready for a lot of Dragapult coming up here the next few months. So a couple things here that we can look at with this deck list. The one thing that was very different is this Crushing Hammer, right? It absolutely obliterated the competition. Really hit heads when he needed to. It certainly seemed like. But man, we actually were there live. We went to the LA Regional this weekend, and when we got to watch the championship match, every time he was rolling, it was so much fun. There was so much excitement on heads or tails. People are yelling out what they wanted to see. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool to see in person for sure, and certainly extremely tough to play against. Right, we had a lot of struggles within any of these matchups, but certainly Crushing Hammer ended up changing the meta for sure. I think part of this was, my buddies and I were kind of talking about this, like, what matchups in particular is Crushing Hammer good against? And the answer is actually Dragapult, right? So because we knew Dragapult was going to be so big within the meta, adding a card in that was even better against Dragapult made a massive difference. And so Crushing Hammer was a massive part of that. But it also messes with everybody's deck, but in particular Dragapult. So I think that's why the Crushing Hammer was such a great inclusion for this tournament, and certainly went to work. Other things with this, a lot of these Dunsparce Dragapult decks have a Dunsparce EX, which this one does not. And again, I think part of it is they're just wanting to spread that damage out. They don't need the Dunsparce to take massive KOs. And this is why Andrew was so successful with this deck, is knowing where to place damage counters, as all Dragapult players are. Another thing that's a little interesting in here that's different is there's 2 Monkey Dories, but 3 Dark Energies. And again, I think a big part of that is to just get some more consistency with our Monkey Dory. And because we're running multiple Crispin, right? So we're running 3 Crispin. That's also another reason we have more of the Dark Energy in here. So it should be interesting to get some more play in here. And we're going to test out a few things tonight and see how it goes. I'm not the best Dragapult player of all time. That's why I ran Raging Bolt at the LA Regionals, because that fits my style of play a little bit better. So that's probably what we're going to deck test next. Is we'll be running Raging Bolt deck. Probably Jose, who had the top finish with Raging Bolt this weekend. He finished in the top 8. Let's see, do we want to go first? I think the answer is no. So we'll probably run that deck next time around. And then we're always looking for decks for non-meta Monday. So if you have any decks you want to see us run that are, again, non-meta, put them in the comments and let me know what other decks you'd like to see. I have a lot of fun in that non-meta Monday series, finding different things to be running. So we might be running some kind of mirror match here. Interesting to see what this looks like. Yeah, so at the LA Regional, I went 4-3-1. All 3 of my losses were Dragapult. 2 of them were Dragapult Dunsparce with that Dunsparce EX, which was just terrible for Raging Bolt, right? It was too easy to get KOs for sure. So that was a big bummer. You know, realistically, I feel like I had one mistake throughout the tournament, and that probably cost me day 2. I don't mind that. That buddy's going to come in handy, right? So at least we can at least get into Badoo here, and we'll get at least one more Dreepy. So we'll be sitting okay for our next turn, and then we have Lily's Determination. So, all right. So EV, I haven't played against an EV deck in a minute, so we'll see how this goes. It's too bad we don't have Judge, right? He's going to get all the cards in his hand he needs here. Be interesting to see if they have a Terra Pokemon. All right, well, let's get into our turn here. Let's have some fun with Dragapult for sure. I mean, I guess we can always get into Judge if we want to mess with what they've got going on. Maybe not a terrible idea. Let's check out what we got going here. All right, so we only got one Monkey Dory. We got the Judge. All right, and then we're missing one Psychic and one Dark Energy too. So, all right, let's start with this. You know, this is where I'm always unsure, right? Is do I Judge, or do I just take Lily's Determination because that's going to be so much easier here? Let's maybe get the Monkey Dory in play too, because it's going to be hard to just draw into one single Monkey Dory, right? We got a full bench, I think. We're gonna Lily's Determination here. All right, again, we're gonna find out. Does this Crushing Hammer come in handy right away? Right? Can we just cause issues? All right. Man, Crushing Hammer is so much fun. Realistically, I can't say I love that Crushing Hammer is going to be back around. When we first got into Pokemon, Crushing Hammer was also a big card that you saw all the time. And again, it really affects these decks that. It really affects decks with low energy count, right? So, especially with Dragapult, because it's just such a low energy count. If we start discarding 4 energy out of there, that's really tough. And this is where, right, should we have Judged? Because they would be in a lot tougher spot right now. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they can get out of the active anyways, right? So, interesting to see where they go from here. Because they could still energy attach and retreat. And so they can't. Well, so now it would be the time to be. All right, so let's go here. Let's maybe Ultra Ball for Judge, right? Get rid of all that stuff they just used, right? So let's go. We don't need Buddy. I don't think we need the ball. Again, this is where I just play so aggressive. I don't think Dragapult's always the right play for me. But that's okay. That's how I like playing. So let's find out where we go from this Judge. And we'll just keep doing them in the meantime, right? So again, let me know, is there any decks you guys want to see us deck testing coming up here for non-meta Monday? I think last week we definitely want Lily's Determination, right? What do we got in our hand? No, we don't. We already got one. All right, let's go Ichipon. So the last time we ran it and we were trying to figure out some decks. We had a few votes for some interesting decks. One of them was actually an Evolution deck with Sylveon and Espeon. So that's a cool looking deck. My gosh, bro. How do we Crispin him into a Hoot Hoot, right? But at this time, he just keeps having to use Hoot Hoots, and I don't know what he's going to get out of this. So we got to hope it just keeps slowing him down. We'll just keep doing the heck out of him for the moment and see where we go from here. So yeah, the deck that we got asked to play might be kind of similar to this one. I don't know if it was 100% just Espeon, Sylveon. It was certainly a cool looking deck and one that looked a lot of fun. So you attach Crystal this time, and then okay, so Crispin, get out of the active. Crystal, at least take a KO. All right, well. Again, this is where I just don't love Dragapult because I don't love slowing down, right? I'm I'm not great at waiting for 3 or 4 turns ahead. I want to just start KOing stuff. And so that's why when I went to LA, I knew I wanted to run Raging Bolt, just because it was the best deck for me. So we can get into here. I guess we promote Dracloak. See if we can get some stuff going. But yeah, I mean, Dragapult was everywhere at the LA Regional. I feel like between my buddies and I, that was all we ended up seeing. It was like every other deck we looked at, it happened to be Dragapult. It was all over the place, and at times it was. All right, so Unfair Stamp, that's a good one to get into. All right, so let's whoa, what's going on here, internet? Ah, there we go. Okay, so let's go here. I mean, I don't know if we attach, right? I think we're gonna wanna Crispin attach. I don't know. I think we're gonna attach in case we gotta retreat if we don't get what we need. So we gotta hope for Crispin here, right? Oh gosh dang it. What is happening? What's going on here, TCG? What's my 5th card, bro? Is my internet connection good? Yeah, I mean, we got good internet going right now. Okay, buddy, that doesn't help. All right, let's Crushing Hammer. Dude, another heads, heck yeah. All right, let's get rid of the Psychic. I think they have less Psychic energy, so I think that's why it's better to get rid of that one. Do we boss up KO his only Hoot Hoot? I mean, I feel like that's probably the right play. Extremely limits his draw power at this point. And at least we even up the prize trade at this point. And we already got the fire in hand, the fire energy in hand, so I think that'll be big next too. Man, if we can run into a Crispin and have 2 Monkey Dory ready to go too, that's going to be huge. See what they got going here. I mean, he doesn't have the Psychic attached, right? So, see how many. He's probably definitely going to have another Psychic. Doing 160. Doing 100 less, but realistically, we're not taking a KO anyways, so does it matter? Does it matter if we're doing 100 less? I mean, I don't think so, right? I mean, even if we're doing 100, that puts us in range for our next one. And we're just going to KO the Hoot Hoot anyways with Monkey Dory, so I think we're still in a good spot, right? I think we should be fine. And we're out of reach of Magical Charm on the next one anyways. Come on here, internet. Drive me crazy. What did I draw? Drew a Dragapult. I'm going to have to look up over here what the heck I got because the internet taking too long. All right, Crispin. Yeah, not 100% sure. I know we had some issues with internet out here earlier today. There's actually a pretty big car crash, and so they had some problems with that earlier today out where I'm at, but it's been working pretty dang good the rest of today, so man. All right, so we're going to put 30 on Hoot Hoot. What else do we want to be doing here? I mean, they're going to be taking, you know, they could probably still take the KO here, right, with Flareon. On the next turn, so I don't know. We'll kind of see where we're at. Hopefully, we got to hit another Crispin, right? So it'll be interesting to see, but he doesn't have much of any draw power at this point, right? All right, there's a KO. I guess let's put 10 here. All right, let's see what we work this into. Hopefully we'll be all right. I mean, even if they hit me again and we're doing 100 less, right? We can still. I guess we should have Crispin 10, or we should have monkeyed 10 here. Should have done the math a little bit better, right? We didn't need that 60 on the Noctowl. All right, well, we're okay. I mean, we got the boss KO on Teal Mask Ogerpon, so I feel like that's the play for sure, especially because we still can get the energy attachment. All right, I know. I got the boss's orders, man. All right. I see it. Now let me play it. All right, let's go here. Man, come on. I can't see nothing. It's interesting, right? I've got full bars, great internet going right now, so I don't know. Is this something on the other side, right? Is that why we're not getting? It's not letting me do anything right now, right? I guess do we boss? Is it gonna let me boss? No idea. What's going on here, TCG? Anybody know if there was an update on TCG tonight? You have an issue with the server or something? And we about to be taking the W here. Because let's see, we're going to take 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we were going to be close to taking all 4, but we're going to at least be taking 3 here on this, so it'd be better if my internet was working. Yeah, I don't know. You guys gotta let me know, right? Is there something going on with TCG Live tonight? Well, I don't know. We may have to back out and try getting this started again. Really sucks because we were about to have some good moves for sure, right? I mean, did it just say I failed on the judge? What? It bossed up. This is so dumb. It's okay. All right. Well, let me jump out of here. Let's see if we can go get this fixed up. I'm not sure. Not sure if this is a TCG live issue or not. Let me know. See if I can get on TCG live on my phone under. Just kick me out of this account. All right, guys, give me a sec. We'll be back. We'll be back on. Let's see if we can get this fixed. Oh, is this just gonna make my face giant? All right, then let's. Yeah, so we just got back from the LA regional. We had a ton of fun. Yeah, there's 5 of us that went, and I realistically felt like we played pretty well. I would say Parker and one of my buddies was a little disappointed. Didn't play as well as they usually would. And then 2 of us played really well. Dakota had a heck of a tournament. We posted one of his videos today against Ian Robb, and man, he finished top 100 and had a great time. We were stoked with how well he played this weekend too. So, all right, what's going on here? All right, so they got some service going on. I mean, a lot of times we can still get some games in, so we'll see if we're able to get this through. I mean, it's still loading up, so let me get a TCG player back on here. Let's see what's up. Yeah, so yeah, great work, Dakota, man, finishing top 100. That was pretty dang awesome. Had several really good matchups. Played great. Again, I was 1 win away from day 2, and I think my 3rd match I made a big mistake and lost because of that. I was so used to drawing 2 cards with Run Errand, and then I teal danced and accidentally drew a 2nd card and that I didn't even need, and it cost me my 2nd match. So unfortunately, I would have finished 5, 2, and 1 if I wouldn't have messed that up. So that's really disappointing. But realistically, I still played really well, and found some things I need to change within the deck. So I think we're definitely going to be in a better place now after this region for sure. And you know, Parker just switched to Dragapult Blaziken, right? He's been playing really good, but unfortunately, playing against the top kids in the world, in the U.S., he didn't play as well as he wanted, so that was a little bit of a bummer. And so he went 2-3-1 and dropped, and then we just did a bunch of side games. So we have some videos posting this weekend of the side events that we did, and those were a ton of fun too. All right, so we prized the Dunsparce. Let's get a monkey out here. All right, I'm going to have to rethink on our matchup here with Mega Diancie. One of my buddies has ran this deck several times, so I think I can figure it out. I think their main attacker is Diancie here, but they also are going to be running some Clefairy, so that's going to be a little tough for sure. So that's something we're going to have to be mindful of as we work through this. 270's not great, right? That's not a number we want to be hitting into. And we always have to be mindful that they're taking 30 less damage from attacks too. So something with that Mega Dance that we got to be ready for. These decks are also usually running the... Wish I could remember what the card's called, right? Where you attach a Psychic energy from your discard pile to your Psychic Pokemon. So they're usually running those. So they also have some decent energy acceleration. We got no way to get to 270, right? So kind of see what we can make out of this. Let's go here. There's no rare candy in this deck, so realistically, we're not even going to be... there's no reason to even work towards a rare candy this turn because we don't have it. I don't think Judge is a terrible first turn here to get them lower on their card count. Fez isn't going to take any damage from Risky Ruin, so I think we're going to wait here and see what happens. All right. I mean, we're going to be in a pretty dang good state here, right? Our board state's going to look pretty good, as long as we can find ways to get where we need to. Crushing Hammer. I'm telling you, man, this thing was so dirty. Every time you hit heads, man, you just feel like it's the best card on earth, right? Heads again. Was that 3 heads in a row tonight? Gosh dang it. So my bets are, though, is we're going to start seeing Crushing Hammer in all kinds of decks, right? It's not going to be just Dragapults. You know, I was playing today. I was playing today against. All right, let's see. Oh man, we can Crushing Hammer again. You think we can hit 4 heads in a row with Crushing Hammer? Oh, come on, Munchlax. That's right. I got faith we're going to be able to hit it again here. So let's, yeah, I mean, after we Lilies, we do 3, oh, yeah. So this one's definitely going to hit heads, right? Kablow, heads. Oh, dang it. Man. Alright, well, let's recon directive 3 times, see if we get the other, another Crushing Hammer. Bro, this wild, right? Boom, it's gone, bro. You know, what's interesting is with that, you know, with the tool they're going to use, it only goes to bench Pokemon, I believe. So if he's in the active, it's not going to really help him out much. All right, let's see what we got going here. Well, let's keep Meowth in case we need it our next turn. I mean, we already got Crispin bot. Oh, all right. They got sick of the hammer. Hammer for the win. Not fair, bro. Like I said, we're going to see Crushing Hammer in so many decks coming up. However, though, do we love the coin flip? I don't know. I feel like when I'm in IRL, the coin flip never goes the way I want it. Right? It never goes the way I need it to. You know, had a couple times this weekend that I had no options but to hit with Mega Kangaskhan, and I never once hit heads. I think I used the attack 3 times and never hit a heads when I needed to, right? I probably hit heads on a Badoo or something like that. It's usually how it goes. All right, well... At least we get an idea on what they're playing, right? Let's go see. Mulligan 1, Mulligan 2. Spidops it is. Not a great matchup, right? Because, man, once they get into Articuno, we're just cooked. We got to hope that early they start putting in Spidops, right? Because that's the only Pokemon we can't add damage counters to. They're probably running a Lily's Clefairy in here, so... Alright, well, do we have any way to take a single KO on a 50? I don't think so. I don't think we got any way to do that here. Let's go see. I mean, I guess we're hitting 60 with Monkey Dory, but we got no way to get the Dunsparce out, or to get Dreepy out of the active. So I guess we're going to go here for now. Kind of a bummer. We almost had it. We were close, right? Okay, let's go here. Let's I think we go into Lily's Determination here. They had a terrible start, so even though they've got a decent amount of cards in hand, I don't think I want to judge at this point, so yeah, let's see where we end up. Alright, okay. Not terrible. Wish we had Monkey Dory on the bench, but we gotta hope that they have 4 Team Rockets transceivers and no Team Rockets. You know, they can have Team Rockets Archer, right? 3 Team Rockets Archers, 4 transceivers, and like an energy. Right? That's got to be the hopes. Petrol. All right, so I mean, we do have a win here if we had Crispin, but we don't. Well, we don't now. All right, well, I mean, it'd be okay with Judge at this point, I guess. Neither of those cards is helpful, right? We already got both of them. I guess let's go here. Lilies. I mean, I don't know if Crushing Hammer is. I mean, I guess Crushing Hammer in this instance isn't terrible, right? At least it's not a grass, right? If it was grass and we hit the grass off, it wouldn't make any difference. But now they have to attach on this turn too, right? So I think we're at least in an okay place. My God. I guess Dragapult. And Itchy. Yeah, otherwise, you know, at the regional, we did a bunch of side games on Friday. So we were able to get into a pod of 4 with all of us because we were all there playing together. So we had a really fun time with that, doing the pods. We were able to get a booster box of Twilight Masquerade for each of us, which is just crazy. Oh man, I thought it was only grass energy. Boo. Well, that makes me not happy. Alright, so what's the play at this point? I think we can boss. We can maybe boss here. And KO here. Nah, let's see what we get out of this. Unfair stamp, that's not bad. Yeah, so we each got a booster box of Twilight Masquerade, and through all the stuff we did through side events. Dang it. Need that to be fire, right? I don't need either of those. I guess we can at least, I don't know. We better off here because we don't have any damage on board anyways. Do we boss first? I think we boss first because we know we're gonna want the boss, and then stamp. I guess we could have waited. That's my bad. I shouldn't have attached, right? I should have waited to see if we got a fire. Well, which we did. Risky. Well, I'll mess that up, right? But realistically, we would have needed another boss, I think, to make a huge impact on this next turn. But yeah, so through the side events, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. So through the side events, we did, we generally did just standard 4-man pods. So we each got to get an ETB. How the hell is that the 3 cards they had in hand? Come on, bro. Ugh. Drive me crazy, right? I'm about over this unfair stamp on TCG Live. In person, great. On live, terrible. They always get the 2 cards that they need. It drives me absolutely crazy, bro. Like, just making me mad all the time. Like, god damn it. Alright, well, let's go here. And we can get 30. Alright, let's go to Dunsparce here and kind of see what we get. If we get the fire energy, nope. It would have made life a lot better. And we still got, okay, so we can still go here, but do we want a boss or not? Oh, bro. I'm guessing we just Crispin, even though... Gosh dang it. Let's put this one in. I guess we still should have gone Psychic attach here. Dang, messed that up, right? We needed the Psychic energy here so we could at least use... What the hell? Bro. I sold here, bro. What the hell? Well, 30 plus 70. That's 100. Are we at least taking the KO? We're 10 shy here. Gosh dang it. Ah, my bad, guys. Totally sold on that. Yeah, so my bad. Again, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm playing bad Pokemon here, and I'm not even explaining the regional. So yeah, all day Friday and Sunday we played side events, and we were able to get the booster boxes, and then Parker and I opened the booster boxes and we built decks out of them. So those videos will post over the next week or so of us building decks out of those booster boxes, and had a ton of fun with it. I thought it was awesome. Like, I had a great time. We got a few good hits. So it'll be good if you guys can watch those. You can see the hits, and then we'll have another video with us battling. Part of why we went with Twilight Masquerade is we're 1 card short of the master set. We just need the Perrin. Oh, they must have disappeared after they saw our turn, I guess. Hey, that's fine. All right, let's just take this KO. So yeah, we had a great time with the side games. Again, all we need is a Perrin to be able to master set Twilight Masquerade. So that's our goal right now. If we have a chance to get there, we're going to be so stoked. We just need that one card. Been pushing really hard lately to get there. And oh man, I'm so tempted to just go trade for it. I'm not going to buy it, right? Man, when Perrin was like $70, I'm like, nah, I can't keep going up, right? And then Perrin hit $90, and I'm like, it can't keep going up, right? And then it hit $140, and it just keeps going up. It's driving me wild. Absolutely driving me crazy here. And unfortunately, all right, so 130. It doesn't matter where else I put it. So unfortunately, we just got to find the Perrin, right? That's the goal at this point. That'll be our first set that we've ever master set. So I'm really pumped and hopeful we can get there. The next closest set we have to mastering is Surging Sparks. Realistically, we're probably not going to push too hard to master it till we hit the Pikachu, because we're just still too far away without the Pikachu, right? Once we got the Pikachu, we're right there. We got all the other big cards. We got hit the Latios EX SIR, and that card's absolutely beautiful in person for sure. I think some of the other big cards we would need would maybe be like heck, I'm not even lying. I think the next biggest one we need is like the Durant SIR, right? So we're getting pretty close. We're going to be there pretty soon, I think. All right, TCG, boot this guy out. We got the win. Realistically, we're 3-1 on the night, right? We were going to win that Evolution matchup for sure when things froze up on us. So, nothing wrong with 3-1. I ain't going to hate on it. Crushing Hammer has been pretty legitimate at this point. Even though we hit two tails in a row, we found a third one to hit heads on, which is just crazy. Again, I think we're going to see Crushing Hammer just start popping up in decks after it was so successful. Again, I think mainly against Dragapult, right? I mean, when you only need 2 energy attachments and you run such a low amount of energy, if we discard one of those, it needs to rotate right meow. Right meowth. Well, bro, it's not going to get any better because we got Mega Greninja and it's doing all the same stuff. I'm not a fan of the meta right now either. Again, that's why I'm a Raging Bolt player. I like playing that way. Just not quite good enough against Dragapult. I do wonder if maybe we got to put in Crushing Hammer, right? Maybe we put Crushing Hammer and Raging Bolt. We can swing that matchup just slightly. All right, Munchlax, good work. Let's go second. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we're just it's going to be meta for the next year again. I think part of that also has to do with just how good people are at playing it, right? I mean, now that people have a full year with Dragapult, they know how they like it, they know how they want to run it, and so it's hard to push off it when you've been playing so successful with it. Yeah, no, it's and look, they they gave us Lily's Clefairy to try to combat some of that, but it hasn't been good enough without. Gosh dang it, dude! I don't want to play this deck again. I've already played this deck 3 times tonight with the same matchup. It's driving me crazy. So they tried giving us Lily's Clefairy to help, but being at 190 just doesn't help, right? I mean, it puts us at such a bad place when we were trying to use it against Dragapult. It was at least okay, you know, it was good with Gardevoir. When we had the Bravery Charm, it made such a big difference with that Pokemon in particular at times. And I would say that for any of these, right? I think having... we got a whole bunch of nothing going on here. I guess attach, but do? Is that all we have? Oh my god. You know, Bravery Charm, I think, at least helped multiple other matchups, right? Making that math harder to get to. But yeah, man, again, I was at the regional. All three of my losses were Dragapult. My other buddy who went, I think 2 of his 3 losses were Dragapult. It could have been 3. I can't remember the exact number on that. They were everywhere. Every time you sat down, you saw at least 2 Dragapult players. Right? They were 6 of the top 8, 5 of the top 8, something like that. And I counted the other day, there were 21 of the top 32. Right? So 21 of the top 32 decks at the regional were Dragapult. Freaking crazy. Right, no joke, right? You get hammered. I mean, at least we got an unfair stamp, but that's all we got. Unfortunately, we don't have any rare candies, so we can't hit this turn. I will get Badoo back on the board because I think we're gonna need it. I mean, Fez isn't too bad, but I don't know. I guess we start here. Unfair stamp. But the last time I played this matchup, I literally unfair stamped them into freaking Team Rocket's Ariana. It was, oh my god, right? Like, crazy. Team Rocket's Ariana into a stadium, into 10 cards. Just nuts. Alright, Fizz, give me something here. Alright, man, I don't want the judge, bro. I don't want the judge. I just put him down to 2. I guess let's get into Monkey and we can start throwing some damage around, I guess. Let's go here. Monkey. Story of your life, bro. Well, so this was a talk we had, my buddies and I, because we're mainly Raging Bolt players from several of us. All right, where do we want to put the 20 at? It isn't going to matter. We're not going to be able to Dragapult a ton here, I guess. Since they put an evolution Pokemon out, that's where we're going to probably have to Dragapult into at some point. At least they can't Transceiver into 3 cards. 3 cards. So my buddies and I were talking about this as Raging Bolt players. If you get unfair stamped, but you have Mega Kangaskhan on the bench and a Pheasantipity and they take a KO, you know, that 2 cards is immediately turned into 5 cards. You know, so 3 with your draw, 2 with all right, at least we heard him there with that unfair stamp. So 2 cards for your unfair stamp. You get a draw card, so you're up to 3. You run Aaron for 2 more, and then you Fez for 3. So you're up to 8 cards, right? So the stamp just isn't that big of a deal at that point. All right, see if we can get going here. I think I mean, we could Crispin KO, take 2 KOs. I mean, I don't know if that's the... Oh, no, we already got Crispin. I don't know if it's better to take... I mean, we got to take the 2 KOs, right? I mean, they only got 3 cards in hand, right? I think that's the play. I guess let's go here. Crispin. And then where else do we put the 20? I don't know. So realistically, if your board state is good enough, and this is with multiple different decks, if your board state is good enough, you're going to escape the unfair stamp. I guess we don't have the Dunsparce, right? So we're just gonna have to take Lilies. We don't have Dunsparce, my bad. So again, I think if you have a good board state, you're gonna be able to get around it for sure. Now, is it perfect? Obviously not, right? It's obviously not where you want to be. So the last time I played this matchup, what was really hard was they never put any evolution Pokemon on their bench ever, right? All I could do was hit into the active. So having Monkey Dory is going to be pretty effective for sure. If we get the chance, it'd be great to have the second one ready to go too. Hey, Palmer. Yeah, regionals was fun, right? We just talked about this, right? The top deck to Team Rocket's Archer, right? Yeah, regionals was pretty good. I started off the day 4-1-1. I just needed one more win, and then I ran in two straight Dragapult to Dunsparce, and that the Dunsparce EX just ate me up, right? Pretty usual. So 30 out of that, I think we can handle that, right? Burp. All right, let's throw this 30 back here. Yeah, so started off 4-1-1. And then those two, like I said, those two the two Dragapult to Dunsparce decks just killed me. I don't think either of these helped me out. I had a chance to actually win the first of those matchups with Mega Kangaskhan. Oh my god. Was that literally the same two things? That's wild. All right, Lilies. So, yeah, I was going to win the match. I had a Mega Kangaskhan, and I just needed to hit. I needed to hit 2 heads, which is pretty tough. But I didn't even hit 1 heads. All right, let's grab the Fire Energy and attach. So that was kind of a bummer. Dakota played amazing, right? He went day 2, played out of his mind, had a great tournament. What the heck? Is there a reason I can't Phantom Dive? Did I miss something? Did something happen that I wasn't paying attention to? Is it what he hit? Did he hit something? It means I can't? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, okay. Well, damn it. I could have monkeyed onto it. That's my bad. I wasn't paying attention. I get talking too much. That sucked. We should have monkeyed it, and we would have taken the KO. Yeah, so unfortunately I missed out on that. But yeah, Dakota got to play Ian Robb, so we actually posted that video today. We filmed him playing Ian Robb on one of the side streams, so that was sweet. We had a great time with that. And Parker was a little disappointed in how he played, but he played hard. And unfortunately, he's only been playing this deck for a couple weeks, and you know, tough when you play some of the best kids in the U.S. So he's still ranked. He's still ranked in the top 250 in the U.S. That's pretty dang sweet. I'm pretty bummed out here. If he takes a KO on this, it's totally because I effed that up, right? I didn't even use the hammers because I figured we were taking the KO. Bro. But yeah, I think Raging Bolt is at least in a decent spot, right? I think right now it's probably the second best deck within the meta, because it does have an okay matchup with. Bro, no way he takes a KO. Okay, thank the Lord, bro. Alright, so I think we can boss KO. We can go KO here and KO there, right? I think it's probably the way to play it. And we even can attach. Alright, we're alright. We're gonna go here. Doesn't matter if we get Crushing Hammer or not at this point, even though I'm always okay with that. Alright, let me make sure the math looks good. Or do we just go here? I don't think so. I think we go here instead. Burp. But yeah, so again, it was a great tournament. We had a lot of fun. The side events were awesome. Had a great time with all the side events. And all right, so it's Monkey 30 off. Where do we want to put the 30? Right, because 70 plus 60. I guess we'll go here. I don't think it's going to matter. So I had a great time. Side events were a lot of fun. And we actually got to see a lot of people from Colorado, which surprised me. So we ran into 3 players that we saw at a local a cup recently. So we ran into all 3 of them there, which was awesome. Then we Parker played a girl from Colorado, so that was a lot of fun. And we got to find out that they actually have like a state tournament coming up. Unfortunately, it's not built for us in Western Colorado. The way it's built is whoever has the most points within Colorado qualifies. And so that means all the cups you go to in neutral zone. Do we have another? I guess we're going to have to... We get Monkey Dory or something? Let's see. I mean, we still got one more Risky Ruin, so... I think we got a shot at it here, right? We still got a couple more cards to draw. We got Lilies. So... I think we'll be fine. I'd be a lot happier if we had Crushing Hammer out of this, but let's see what happens. Let's Crush and Hammer that thing out of here. That'd be sweet. Boom! Munchlax getting it. Alright, and then one chance here at the stadium. No. Alright, well, I think we still got the KO, right? We're still going to be able to Adrenabrain 20 onto him and then hit him for 60. Is he weak to... Wait, is he resistant? No. I just want to make sure. I don't want to mess that up. So, again, it's not built for us in particular because... Let's retreat. Because it's based on the amount of total points you can get in Colorado, and unfortunately we just don't have enough events to go to over here on the western side, right? So realistically, we have 2 local shops, and we have maybe 1 more in the region, and that's it. You know, and I actually looked it up the other day. In the next like 20 days in Denver, there was like 24 cups available or something like that throughout all the shops and stuff. And so certainly a lot easier to gain those points if you're on the other side of the mountain. A little tougher for us. So let's see here. So we got 1 fire here, 1 here. So we still have 1 fire in the deck. We have the boss. We can probably KO. If he puts anything else down, we'll probably be able to KO it. Because where are we at here? If we go 36, I mean, we can actually KO Articuno. So I think we got the win in hand. Realistically, there's not a way out of it, right? We're just going to monkey 30 here and then hit for 60, right? They're not weak to, or resistant to fighting, so we'll be in good shape. Oh, all right, because school's out, so you're going back to Parker for a bit. All right, well, we'll just make this sweet. We'll just make this quick. Get this over with. Burp. 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 And burp. 60 plus 60, 120. Right? Math on that one. Are you gonna take your stuff? Like, you're gonna go find places to play over there and everything? All right, 4-1 on the night so far. Even against the deck I absolutely hate, right? Haunch Crow's one of my least favorite decks, man. I do not like that deck. Man, if I can win with this Dragapult deck, almost anybody can. I hate Dragapult, bro. Well, that's a bummer that we're not going to see you at the stuff coming up, right? At the Cup and everything. I don't think I'm going to be playing. I got baseball playoffs this weekend, so I'm not going to be at any of the stuff this weekend. And then I probably won't be able to play next weekend in the Cup. I think Parker will have to go on his own. Oh, dude, I saw you hit the Mega Greninja SIR. That is so sick. Asher told me today they had someone hit it at the other one too. So they had 2 SIR Mega Greninjas get hit this weekend at the pre-release, which is wild. Be happy with a buddy right now. Buddy me. We going first or second? Going first. Zekrom. This is a matchup I don't love. Dang it. It's the best way around this, right? We go here. Here. Oh, bro. I mean, they don't have any way to take a KO on the first turn, right? So do they? Oh. All right, 5-1. Just like that. We 5-1. I didn't even have to do nothing to get to 5-1. And this is a deck I don't think is as favorable for us, right? Yeah, so we've been up through that area in Parker before at a couple of places to play and open. And there's a lot of cool places for sure. And then we were just in Aurora for a doctor's appointment and went into a shop over there, and it was awesome, man. They had like everything sorted by set and number, and it was so organized. It was awesome. My wife even wasn't overwhelmed, where sometimes when she goes into these local card shops, right, and there's just cards all over the place, that's not her favorite thing. But man, you could tell they were always on top of things and organizing well, so it was really fun. I can't remember the shop name. I'll have to go find it for sure. It's all right to get excited when you hit the freaking the chase. We got to do is, so people have been asking me, is that card better than the Greninja out of, oh my god, bro. I don't want to play Hops freaking, oh my god. Well, let's see if I can figure it out. I have to deck test against this often, but with Raging Bolt. So to tell you the truth, I never play it with this matchup. So I got to figure out what I want to do here. I'm gonna have to freaking Meowth just to get an energy, right? Because we want to be itching. Bro. All right, 6-1. No, I can't remember, to tell you the truth. That wasn't it though. It's like gaming stop or something like that. Like it's pretty short, and I think there was like gaming or gamer in it, like 2 words maybe. But it was pretty sweet. They didn't have anywhere to play. It was only for collecting. But man, they had tons. Like their single dollar stuff was awesome. Found all kinds of things in there. At the time I needed some Japanese cards to build some decks with, and I was able to find a bunch of them in there in that spot. So it was a cool place for sure. Not the greatest start. Crushing Hammer, man. I'm telling you, Crushing Hammer literally seemed to be the VIP, the MVP of the regional. Absolutely went crazy. Like I said, when we were watching it live, as he was rolling to see if he got heads or tails, people were just going nuts. It was so much fun. Let's get something good here. All right, well, ball. Let's go here. We'll ball into, let's get rid of this. We're going to have to Meowth into Lily's Determination because our hand is freaking terrible. All right. And the other thing that's been interesting, right, is, you know, at the regional, we're playing, I don't know how many games, I don't know, 20 games, 20, 30 games. A lot of times people were Meowth and then like grabbing what they needed, right? You would forget you have to get the supporter first. So you'd like Meowth and grab 2 energy, and then you'd be like, oh shit, I gotta get Crispin, and then you put Crispin in the discard pile. It was freaking wild. It was a lot of fun. All right, let's go here. All right, I think we're gonna. Well, did they energy attach that last turn? I don't know. The chances of them taking a KO here is slim, right? So maybe we just go straight into another Dreepy. And we, what the heck is that? Petty Grudge for Tan. Bro, wild. Petty Grudge. Take that. At least we got a way better hand than what we started with. Yeah, so it's right next to a Walmart. What do they call it? The Walmart neighborhood market or whatever, where it's just like a shopping. Oh, bro, boo! Yeah. Survive that Crushing Hammer. Bro. Yeah, survive that crushing hammer. Bro. Bro. Damn it. Bro, that was wild, man. 3 crushing hammers and a freaking lilies, dude. Oh my god. Pokemon, what have you done to us, right? What has Pokemon done to us right now? So what's the play here? I wonder if we should have Badooed, or if we should have Badooed, right? Right? I was like, we don't need to Badoo. We should have Badooed. Should have Badooed. Should have Badooed the dude. Ugh. I don't know, man. We can Crispin double attach for the KO with a Dreepy. Don't think that's the greatest move, but let's find out. He's definitely got a way better board state than us at this point. Plus, he's probably actually a Dragapult player. I am not. I am not that, bro. I'm already bored. I'm not lying. I'm already bored of this. I'm already bored. These 2 turns took way too long. I just want to freaking knock stuff out, right? I just want to KO stuff. I just want to start hitting things. Bro, this is so stupid. This is totally the wrong play, but I really don't care. Brute. A Dewey Fez in case we get stamped. I don't know. I think that's probably the wrong play. All right, what a massive KO with Bite. Bite for the KO. You know, that's what we were talking about, Palmer. I think right as you got on, is just how disappointing the meta is right now with it just being Dragapult, right? I mean, maybe 2 or 3 variations of Dragapult, but it's all Dragapult. That's all we're seeing. That's all we're going to be watching. It's great for people who are good with it, but still not fun, right? I mean, I think part of the best thing about going to a regional is playing a variety of different decks and seeing different people and talking with them about what they're running and stuff. But unfortunately, again, it was just Dragapult everywhere. I saw 1 Mega Lucario, so I smoked him. I wasn't ready for that because he was running Legacy Energy with Mega Lucario, so that switched up the math just slightly. So I actually had to boss around it once to get the right KO. Anyways, and then, bro, just take it. I'm already done. Already done. You win. So bored. All right, 6 and 2. So I saw 1 Mega Lucario, 3 Dragapult. I got lucky as hell, and I saw Diplin. I saw Festival Leads, and I tied with Festival Leads, which, man, I got so lucky with that. I had to boss up and trap a Thwackey in the active, and he prized his only air balloon, and he couldn't get out of the active. So that was my tie. Then I saw 2 grass decks, right? I saw, do I want to go first? No. I saw the Arboliva deck and going with first and won that one pretty easy. Oh, then I saw another Dragapult deck, so I actually played 4 Dragapult decks. I forgot I beat Dragapult Blaziken, I think was the one I beat. So 4 Blaziken, Arboliva, Mega Lucario, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 more. Festival leads. And then the last one that I would have. Oh, and then I had a Raging Bolt mirror match that that I won. So, I said crazy, right? Oh, half of my matches were Dragapult. Not good, bro. Not fun. Yeah, the new stadium for Cerulege is so much better. I wish I would have had a way to get a hold of that. Let's see, do I want to? How do we want to play this? Guess we go here. Do we crushing hammer? Why not, right? I guess no reason not to. Bro. So yeah, Cerulege with that stadium is a massive improvement. I don't know. I guess we go here for Meowth into Lilies. You know, this was something else we talked about at the regional quite a bit, was how much Meowth is needed in the meta right now, right? If we didn't have Meowth, the game would just be so slow, right? I mean, it's the one card that helps us with our consistency right now better than everything else. We'll crush and hammer again, bro. Alright, I guess we'll go here. Let's go here. I don't think they're gonna Badoo us, right? But we'll just stay pat, right? We'll just stay here. We'll just stay here. Yeah, I'm trying to think, you know, some other decks that were successful. So day 2 conversion was Dragapult. Second was Raging Bolt. Then I think the third or fourth deck was Team Rocket's Mewtwo. And then I think Grass was maybe in there too. I don't think Arboliva, but bro. See, that's why we needed Crush and Hammer to work. He's going to have Call to Family because I couldn't get this figured out. Now, this is a deck I don't love, right? This Toxel deck. Not my favorite. Now, let's go here. Go here. And then you. Actually, do we want to go Dunsparce? I mean, we're taking the KO if we can get into a Fire Energy. I guess we'll go here. Let's go here and Lilies, and then we'll still have quite a few more draws if we don't get Fire, which we didn't. Bro. Guess if we have to, we can Badoo. I don't love that, but at least this gives us the free retreat. So we'll go into Badoo, so we at least have the free retreat. Gosh dang it. Where are them Fire Energies at, bro? 4 more cards to get a Fire Energy. Let's see if we can find it. Nope. Alright, Dos Mas. Let's find that Fire Energy. Nope. God dang it. I guess we'll go here. Let's Crushing Hammer for the third time. All right, yeah, Munchlax, get it. Do I go to another Dreepy? I guess so. And then Itchy. Well, I think with Cerulege, that'd be really interesting right now is there's no good fire decks. That's part of why these grass decks have just been so much more successful. We got to find a fire energy, right? Give me a fire energy, then we'll be in good shape. Not a fire energy. Come on, fire energy. Bro, not a fire energy. Let's go here and here. Here. Let's go check. Do I have a fire energy or not? Dude, we got all 3 fire energy in there? We got 22 cards left. We haven't seen a single fire energy? This is wild. This is wild, bro. Let's go. Fire energy. Oh, heck yeah. All right. About time. Now we'll go here. We'll go here. Let's boss up here. And take 3 prizes, right? And... Alright, 40. Take those. I'm not even going to leave any damage on the board. I think we're just gonna knock out the Toxel. Realistically, we got our own monkey, so we'll be able to throw some damage back over there to get where we need to. 3 prizes to start with, not bad. Yeah, so it'd be great to see at least some kind of fire deck be successful to help with the Ogre Pawn, you know, with the grass decks. I think we just need the meta to be better, right? We need a change within the meta to get us in a place where we got a little bit more inclusion of other decks, because we just don't have that right now. We're just not seeing what we need to make the meta fun right now. You know, I think at local shops and stuff, it's probably fine. You know, I mean, while Dragapult is still going to be extremely playable and be great. Yeah, I think at least at local shops, we got the chance of seeing a variety of different things. All right, let's go here. Bro, neither of those are helpful this turn. I'm probably going to judge us. I don't know if it's worth judging at this point. I'd rather get a boss. Oh, alright, fine. Boss it is. Burp. Let's go here. We need to use any of this other stuff? Don't think so. So yeah, I think locals will be able to at least get a decent shot at seeing other decks other than Dragapult. But certainly at the big tournaments, it's Dragapult. That's what you're going to see. You got to find a way to beat it. If your deck is not good against Dragapult, you shouldn't even be playing it, right? I mean, you know, I talked to the guy playing Diplin, and he was not a fan of Dragapult. I'm like, bro, you're just going to get cooked, right? Dragapult is just going to go nuts. What up, Zero? Thank you, man. Yeah, unfortunately, too tired the last couple nights to get on and stream, so I was glad to get back on tonight. We had a great time in LA. We got some sick deck mats. So this is the deck mat we got at the LA regional. The Meowth on a bench, bro. Let me get sure you guys can see this. This thing is so sweet. You know, the kid's favorite Pokemon, one of them is Meowth. So when he saw these play mats, he was just losing his mind. We were stoked. So that was sweet. We got some judge cards, and then we got some pins. So we got the regional pin, which is pretty sick. yeah, had a lot of fun. Didn't necessarily play as well as we had hoped, but that's okay. That happens, right? I mean, that's part of Pokemon, unfortunately, at times. Do we got another judge? Or boss? We're out of boss. That's okay. We'll just keep stacking up the damage. Unfair staying pretty unfair, though, right? Yeah, and then we did it. I've been telling some of the other guys we played a ton of side games. All right, there's the W. So we're now 7-2 on the night, I think. 2 of those people conceded pretty dang early, though, right? Yeah, so we did a ton of side games. We were able to get a booster box apiece for all my buddies and I. And then my buddy Dakota actually won a booster box, so he finished top 100 and got a booster box perfect order for placing that high, which is really cool. And for Parker and I, this is the first time we've ever opened a booster box. So that was fun. We got videos popping up this weekend with those openings, and then we're going to build some decks out of them too. So that should be pretty sweet. I've already got my deck built, and Parker got his put together. I was so bummed I didn't get Dragapult out of the Twilight Masquerade build and battle we're doing here. But I did get Dracloaks, so that's going to be kind of my draw engine. Dreepy and Dracloak. So, bro, this is a terrible hand, bro. How do we draw 4 energy, 2 Crispin? Like, what? What are we supposed to do with this? We better get a top deck from Jesus, as my buddy would say. Thank you, A-Rod. Oh my god, bro. What? What? Oh my god. This is absolutely wild, bro. 5 energy, 2 Crispin, and a Monkey Dory. We're taking on the world. We're going to take on the world. Yeah, and then I think got a short posting up with the deck I took to LA. Again, I was pretty happy with it. I think I could have played 1 game better and had a chance to get to day 2. So I was a little bummed after that. However, you know, certainly my best showing at you know, it was only my 2nd regional, so played a lot better than I did at NAIC last year. And we'll kind of see. I don't think we're going to do another big event before Worlds, but all right. Thank God we can Pokeball to Meowth, because this be terrible. I don't know. 1 Crispin, 1 Fire. We better get something great out of this, right? Let's go here. Last ditch catch. Yes. Yes, sir. All right. If we draw into 7 energy, okay. That was going to be wild, right? Okay, let's go here, here. I guess another monkey or no? We'll wait on the monkey. And I guess pass? I don't think they're going to have a great way to take a KO here. So I guess pass. Bro, I was complaining earlier because I couldn't find a freaking energy, and then I freaking end up with all of them, right? That's whatever. Oh my god. Are we resistant to fighting? He's got to hit a... He's going to have to at least find... He probably is going to. He's got to find a power... Premium Power Pro to take the KO. Wild, he ran into Switch Mega Lucario. Probably going to get a Makihita or a Hariyama and boss up, whatever, switch in Meowth, you think? Take 2 prizes already? This is probably an L already, bro. This is probably an L already. Bro. Ugh. Well, and you know how I know Mega Lucario's no good? It was terrible at the regional, right? It was not good. It did not show up well. And now it's going to just absolutely cook me. Just going to be cooked. Right. Bro hits head like every freaking time. I guess we're going to have to mind bend. We got to hope we can mind bend. We get rid of this one? I guess so. Let's go here. Judge, we gotta hit the psychic energy. Psychic energy, let's go, bro. Okay. What's a big bummer is I'm not gonna Ultra Ball away Lilies because we're gonna need it on the next turn, so. Alright, well. At least we found some option here. Let's see how it works out. Alright, just a sec. I gotta grab some water. Alright, what's going on? What did I miss? Nothing so far. Let's see, just straight pass back. Nope. Drew a card. Why would you play the Premium Power Pro? Right? Unless he's going to try to hit through this. Yeah, why would you even play that? That makes sense to me. Let's go here, and what did we get rid of? I don't remember. I'm definitely not grabbing Meowth, man. Definitely not grabbing Meowth. Too easy of a KO. Alright, well, let's go here. I'll be fine with another Dracloak, right? I wouldn't hate that. Bro. I guess, boss. Yeah, I'm not going to fill up. We're okay. We're okay. We can fill the bench up because we're going to try to get rid of the Dunsparce anyways, right? So, then let's get rid of here and here. Another Dracloak. Oh, he lilied? Alright. Still wouldn't have used the I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll keep the Psychic in case we need to attach it next turn. And I don't mind hitting Mind Bend for 120. That's pretty damn crazy, right? If we take a 3-prize KO with Monkey Dory doing Mind Bend, that's pretty dang tight. I'd be okay with that. Give a shout out to my boy Justin Wright. Hell yeah, that was a sick move. She, right? Bro. As long as you don't hit an air balloon, that would be not great. right? We don't want the air balloon. I don't know how many switch they're running. Is he going to try to hit through it? He's going to try to hit through it, right? Alright. Bro. Gosh dang it. That makes me not happy at all. So I guess we're going to be able to unfair stamp. I mean, I don't think we want to judge, right? Or to boss. I think we're better off KOing here. Or no? I'm unsure. Let's go here. Alright, see, I don't remember how much energy we got over here. Decent. We probably need to get a dark back. So I think we'll go here and get a dark back. I mean, we're obviously not attaching it this turn, but we still have a chance to Crispin after we unfair stamp, so and that'd be okay, I guess. Let's go here. Unfair stamp. I guess we could have bossed here and see if it gets stuck in the active. I don't know. Realistically, crushing hammer, we gotta get rid of. We gotta get rid of energies over here, right? Well, I'm about to Crispin, so I'm not putting the dark energy in hand because I'm just unsure if we have two of them in there or not. Do we have two in there? Nah, we did, but that's okay. That's okay. Put that in hand. Bro, needed the heads for sure. That was clutch. All right. Well. I don't know. Is there any way we're taking a KO here before he gets to 3? I do not know. Whatever. We're stacking it here anyways. Yeah, dude. Too bad we didn't have there's no Lily's Clefairy in here, but dude, if we could have Lily's Clefairy'd, I guess it wouldn't have made any difference, right? I mean, because he's already weak to it, so that wouldn't have mattered. Dude, did we unfair stamp him into Lily's? Didn't we just talk about that? We unfair stamped him into Lily's, or did he lunar cycle? He didn't even lunar cycle for it, man. Bro. Yeah, we're cooked, right? If he's got Premium Power Pros or the Stadium, we're absolutely just cooked. If we can survive this turn, we maybe got an outside shot here. I mean, is he going to retreat 2 energies off this? Fucking switch, bro. God dang it. Boo. Alright, so let's boss up here. Let's crushing hammer. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna monkey some of this on here, right? Because then he can't hit me on his next turn. Do we have any? Got dark over here, so we can monkey twice, right? So we got tons of Crispins left. All right, so we still got Crispin. We got plenty of So I think I'm okay. Oh my gosh, I messed that up though. I needed the dark energy, not the monkey. Well, let's go with the Dunsparce. You like these deck sleeves with the Dragapult on them? They're pretty sick. Let's go here. Let's Pokepad for another Dracloak. Go here. Alright, so again, I'm trying to think here. If we monkey onto Haramaka, he's going to knock himself out. But if we monkey here to 90... Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter. So I think we're going to put this onto the Haramaka so he can't just take a free KO with him again. He'll have to knock himself out if he's going to hit with him. And then we are going to put in here. And let's make sure our deck's a little bit better for sure. Oh, Crushing Hammer? That'll be alright. Let's get rid of another one, bro. Bro. Where my head's at now? Right? Where my head's at now? I guess for next turn attachment if we need to. I'm sure they're going to take the KO, so we're going to have to run into Crispin. Alright, well, see what happens. I mean, realistically, we're going to take the KO on Hariyama, right? So, that'll be alright. So let's go here, here. Let's put 10 over here. So I think we're in a pretty dang good spot, right? And we got the boss, so even if he tries retreating out, I'm sure we're going to see Stamp here. I think that's a big possibility to see Stamp. Oh, man. Wallies. Bro. That's not what I wanted to see. You know, at this point, I think he's in trouble if he benches anything smaller because we can boss still take two prize KO. So if he benches like another Hariyama or sorry, Makihita or a Riolu, we're going to take the prizes here if we don't get stamped, right? Could just get stamped. All right, W again, bro. He didn't have the KO anyways, so looks like we were going to win. Good work for us. 7-2 on the night, right? Is that what we decided? Right? I don't know. Andrew got way better luck on the on flipping coins than I do. Is that what makes him a great Pokemon player? Being able to roll heads more often? That's not it. Yeah, GG's, thanks, for sure. That was good. I don't know, maybe there is something to this deck, right? Maybe a reason that it won the regional. So I'm not even a good Dragapult player. And if we're 8-2 tonight, that's freaking crazy. Right? That is wild. Maybe I'm a Dragapult player. Mulligan, 3 mulligans. God dang. At least the starting hand is okay. Way better than what we've had recently, right? Shout out peanut M&Ms, right? Maybe they should sponsor me. Yeah, thank you. We got the whole office cleaned up and moved around this weekend. Got some things figured out to make it look a little bit better. What we got going here? We got Zam or what? About to find out. No, not Alakazam. This looks like a terrible matchup, boys. This might be bad. This could be terrible. It's definitely not what I want to see. Burp, burp. This is where the Dunsparce EX could come in handy, right? Because they're going to have all kinds of EXs out, and you're just taking massive KOs. All right, let's see. Well, I think we got to get ready for our own KOs here. Again, what's really tough is we have no rare candies in here, so I think that's a little disappointing that we have no options turn 2 to be taking KOs. Again, that's why I just don't love playing this deck. I don't want to get to turn 3 before I can even attack. We're in trouble. This is like maybe the Clefairy Ogre Pawn or something like that. This is going to be tough. Man, what's up, Victor? Thank you, man. Thank you for sure. We're having a fun night. We're 8-2 at this point, so playing pretty well. This is certainly going to be the toughest matchup of the night, I think. And unfortunately, I've never played this Ogre Pawn Clefairy matchup yet, so I really don't even know what the matchup looks like, even when I'm playing Raging Bolt, let alone playing a deck I don't like playing. But yeah, welcome in. We've been talking about the LA Regional and how things went there. Don't have a ton of tournament. We got a couple local cups coming up soon, and some pre-releases this weekend. So, that's our hopes, is we can get into the pre-release. I have to work this weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to play, but Parker will definitely get in. So now we're in trouble, bro. No idea where we go from here. I guess. Well, unfair stamp gonna help, right? I'm not mad at that. Let's see. And do we even attach to either of these? I mean, I guess they're going to have to try to boss, and if we unfair stamp them into nothing, right? We got to hope that's got to be our way to back into this. Crushing Hammer. Let's hit heads, bro. Might as well, right? Yeah. Get out of here, telepathic psychic energy. Alright, if we can hit into the Dunsparce, then I'll Night Stretcher for the Badoo again. Dang it. What do we got in hand? I guess. I would have rather hit the Pokepad, right? That would have been more clutch in that situation. And I guess we still have lilies, right? So we still have a decent shot at running into either a Pokepad or the Dunsparce. So see if we can get it. And we don't. I freak. I guess we got 3 more shots at it. Come on, bro. Alright, let's ball. Let's get rid of you and one of you. I mean, this is going to turn out all right. We got a hell of a good hand. They got nothing right now, and let's itchy them into oblivion, and then we can come take some KOs. I think that's kind of the hopes here, right? I think if we got a chance at getting into the prize race a little bit faster, if we can get to 2 before they get too far ahead, then we'll be okay. And itchy. Yeah, Victor, so LA Regional, I went 4-3-1. One win away from day 2, so a little disappointing I didn't get in, but all 3 of my losses were Dragapult, so 0-6. Alright, you get out of here. Oh, Christ. That's a tough card, right? So if we get rid of you, we'll get rid of this. We need you. I don't think we need you. I guess we go here. We get rid of one of each of these. I guess. Gosh dang it, 0-6. That's okay. We got a great opportunity here to still get where we need to. And if they retreat, we can boss. I think we still boss the Clefairy with the energy. Why would you go into this one? Because it doesn't have energy, right? Cloak it is. I'm not totally mad at this, right? I think we got a good opportunity here to get on top of this thing for sure. Let's retreat. I would still take a Dunsparce, right? The Dunsparce would still come in clutch here. Yeah, so went 4-3-1. Again, all my losses were to Dragapult, but had a great time. Still had a lot of fun. Found a lot of different things to be doing and playing. And again, we really enjoyed it and had fun. So I think that's what it comes down to with Pokemon, right? To have a good time and enjoy it. I think that's kind of rule number 1. All right, and then we got pretty easy damage spread here, I think, right? 10-10. 10-10-10 is pretty dang easy, and then we got to decide what to do with the other 30. I mean, I don't think it makes any... We'll just go 10-10-10 again. Yeah, I saw a lot of people that we knew, right? So we ran into actually a decent amount of Colorado people, so that was cool. Oh, and the Crushing Hammer. I don't even know if they're going to go into Lily's Clefairy, right? They got no energy on it, so they can't get out of there. Interesting to see how this works out. Is this deck going to be running the stadium along with, they might be conceding here if this is over too. So what's that make us if they get out of here? We're 9-2. Bro, I might be taking Dragapult to the next event. Bro, what the heck? Meowth for lilies or something? I mean, so do we have any more? So where are we at boss-wise? I know we had to get rid. So we got one more boss left. I mean, none of this matters at this point, right? We're still going up 2. I mean, I wonder what we just take the extra grass off if we hit it, right? We just start crushing hammering. Crushing dreams, right? Crushing dreams with crushing hammer. How mean are you, crushing hammer? Then I think we judge. Might as well, right? Burp, burp. Okay, thank the Lord we can get to Dunsparce, man. We've been waiting 3 turns to get to Dunsparce. You know, we're going to turn those 4 cards into 10 cards. I don't hate that. Oh, all right. This will be fine. I like having the boss on deck, too, for this next turn. I think that'd be pretty clutch. I don't know. Neither of those help us right now. I guess Meowth can come in handy next turn, but again, still nothing helping us out here. Alright, let's take the KO. Where do we stack this? I have no idea. Do we stack it all on 1? I think we just go 30-30. Do something like that. I don't think it matters. So again, this was a chat we had after we watched Andrew Hedricks championship match. Not having the Dunsparce EX in there, and what we found was that it didn't matter. Like, he still wins against these decks even without it. So what he's gone for is more consistency within Dragapult. Hanging the Crushing Hammer to just cause fits. I'm assuming he's going to Crispin, take a KO. Doesn't matter. We can get our own Crispin. We still have multiple fire energies. So I think we should be fine. I don't think... And what A-Spec are they running? They haven't hit us with one yet. Are they trying to... What the hell? Now I'm really confused. Okay. Maybe they got E-Switch, so they're trying to Lilies into E-Switch and into the unfair stamp. I'm just assuming. I have no idea otherwise, right? I'm not sure. Now they're just thinning the deck out. Yeah, I mean, realistically, right, we talked about this earlier on stream. You know, so say we get unfair stamped down to 2. We're going to draw 3. We're going to Fez into 6 and take the win. Damn, man, 9-2. That's a hell of a run on a deck I'm not very good with. Right, I think we started the night at 1490, you know, somewhere in there, so up to 1565. I mean, that's a hell of a run. Let's go see if we can get another W. But yeah, I think unfortunately pretty busy throughout the rest of the month. No, we don't want to go first. We're into baseball playoffs, and my team's ranked #1 in the state, so that was pretty good season for them right now. We got playoffs starting Saturday, so going to be pretty busy through the next few weekends. So I'll be streaming as much as I can. Just hard to know on the weekends what that's going to look like. All right, Duraludon. The math doesn't add up well against Duraludon, right? And Archaludon hitting up to 300. At least they don't necessarily hit too hard, but if they're running the Relicanth, that certainly makes the math a lot better for them. Wait, what did they just get rid of? Morty's Conviction. Interesting. All right, let's. I think we're attaching lilies. Bro, that was terrible. I mean, I guess not the worst ever, but that was not a good lilies. And itchy. So we'll see. Yeah, I said locally we have pre-releases coming up this weekend. We have 2 cups in 2 weekends, I think. I don't know if I'll be able to make those, but Parker will hopefully go and be successful. All right, this is a problem. We talked about this. We can't get into Dragapult turn 2. We have no rare candy. Let's Crushing Hammer the energy away, right? Let's hope that's the... Okay, at least we got that energy off. It's hard with Archaludon. They're able to... they're at least able to get those energies back, right? So... doesn't matter quite as much with them. Do we Judge? Do we Lilies? Start with Judge. I guess we get the Badoo back. Even though it's an easy KO, I feel like we still want to slow them down a bit more. I don't know. I guess we'll go here. And retreat. I'd be much happier if we get a Lilies out of here, right? I think that's going to make... or a Dreepy. Sometimes it's... I don't know if it's good or bad sometimes when we get the same thing off Recon Directive. It makes the decision a lot easier, right? You know, you just... you go with what you're... the only option. Bro. Come on, man. What the hell? Christ. So we just talked about that, right? Like, I don't mind making it an easy decision, but I don't want it to be an easy bad decision, right? I I'd rather get something that it's useful. At least that one was decent, right? And see what we get out of this. All right, Crushing Hammer, get to work. All right, do we just hang tight? I think we just hang tight and itchy. See what happens here. I guess at this point we're just hopeful this guy gets bored and gets out of here, right? I think we're still in a tough place. 300 is not ideal, right? That's not a great place to be. And you still only got 1 energy over there? 2? Gosh dang it. What the... bro, this guy's hand size is terrible, and he still keeps hitting all the stuff he needs. My god. And he's got the Relicanth down. Oh. Not sure what the right play is through this. Don't love what this looks like. And again, I'm not a great Dragapult player, so I'm trying to think of what the right way forward even is. Neither of those cards are any good. I take an unfair stamp. Christ, 2 more cards I don't need. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to Meowth for boss. Because otherwise I'm not sure what the next play is. Well, let's see where this runs. We're gonna have to get a few more turns in for me to know if we're making the right decision or not. Again, 300 absolutely is not great. Not sure the best way to even get to 300 without multiple monkeys. So, I mean, we got, oh Christ. Well, I mean, realistically, right, he's got the win. He got the win, bro. I don't know if there's anything we can do to really get back into this. We're going to have to get both monkeys back in play with energy. Oh my god. With energy? Take a Lily's, though. Or an unfair stamp. Oh. Right, because at this point, all they're going to have is any way to get Relicanth back, and then it's game, right? So I guess we'll hit into them and see what happens. But not super enthusiastic about where we're at. That's all right, right? We've had a good run. We're 9-2 on the night. Playing again, I don't love playing Dragapult, but I do like winning. Right? I'm not opposed to winning. Much preferred if we got unfair stamp, right? That would have been more clutch. Oh, Christ. Fine. You win, bro. Well, let's get into another one. Let's find a better matchup. Now, maybe Duraludon's the answer if it's got a decent matchup with with Dragapult. But I think our Chaladon, I think, is bad against almost everything else. Not sure the right way to play that matchup. Something I have to look into a little bit more. All right, guys, and then the other thing we need is we need to know what we want to run next week for non-meta Monday. We don't have any votes in tonight, so if there's any decks you want to see that are just like are considered non-meta, you gotta let me know what you want to see. And is that every deck but Dragapult? Is Dragapult meta and everything else not at this point, right? Like, gosh dang it. Way too many Dragapult decks out there. But yeah, I'd love to test some fun decks out. I think there's some dark decks out there that I'd like to see. I'm not opposed to running like a Hydrapple. Saw some pretty cool Hydrapple decks at the regional this weekend. My God. So, dude, I've been mulliganing like crazy. This is another matchup I'm not looking forward to. Another one where the math doesn't quite math well for us. Especially if we give them 10 mulligans to start the game. At this point, we're going to be ultra balling for Meowth if we can't get something good out of this top deck, right? Okay. Alright, let's go here. Let's crushing hammer that energy out of there. That'll make life better, right? Bam. And then we're going to have to Meowth for... I mean, I guess we don't want a Crispin, right? I think we're definitely gonna want a Lilies, get a better hand out of here. So see what we get with this. I don't love putting weak to fighting out there, but I don't think we got any other options. I guess we could have judged them into 4, but their hand kind of sucked at the start, right? So. Alright, I think we'll go here and Badoo. And let's see where we get going from there. You know, and I definitely don't hate if they knock out Badoo and we unfair stamp them. We can be in such a great spot, right? I mean, that can just be monstrous. All right, well, we'll just take the win. 10-3, bro. 10-3, racking up some dubs tonight. But again, guys, you gotta let me know what do we want to see with non-meta Monday. I mean, I think Hydrapple would be a deck. Like I said, I would put that vote in for Hydrapple if we don't get anything. I know somebody sent me a deck for like an evolution deck, which I would have to test. I'd have to play test that this weekend a bit to see how it runs, because it's just something I haven't really worked on at all. But I'm not opposed to that one either. Trying to think if I saw any like crazy decks this weekend that would be kind of cool. No, we don't want to go first. I didn't see anything that was like off, something just absolutely crazy, right? Now that they've got all the decks up on Limitless, I'd have to go check it out to see if there's something that would be like really fun to play. You know, Booneri, or Mega Lopunny. I mean, that looks kind of fun. And I've ran that deck before, so that's a deck that might be kind of cool to test out. But realistically, with fighting decks out there, that deck kind of scares me. Because there still is a decent amount of people playing Lucario. I think Lucario is pretty straightforward, and so it's a good deck to be playing. Alright, well, see what we can get going here. I think we're gonna be itching them no matter what. I was thinking a judge, but not if they only got 2 cards in hand, right? Oh. All right. Well, 11-3. Didn't even have to work for that one. Their hand must have been pretty terrible, right? They must have had nothing in hand. But yeah, so if you guys haven't, if you could please go check out today's video. That's my buddy Dakota playing Ian Robb at the regional this weekend. And so we got that video posted up today. This weekend we have some videos for opening and deck building my son and I are doing with Twilight Masquerade booster boxes. So it's our first time ever opening booster box, so we're super pumped. We had a lot of fun. I don't know how great my deck's going to be, but it looks fun. More than anything else, it looks like a fun deck to play. I think one of the most interesting attackers I have in there does more damage for each stage 1 Pokemon you have. It's like the Faraffarig or Girafarig or whatever. And everything I'm running is like a stage 1 Pokemon, right? So hopefully I can get a ton of them out there and be hitting pretty hard. So it'll be interesting to see how well it plays out, but it should be a fun deck. And so we'll get that built. We'll get the deck battle done this weekend and posted next week, I think. Alright, so hopefully we can get into itchying turn 1 here. Interesting, right? So I'm guessing Hydrapple, right? See how it goes. This is a deck I do want to play. I have a friend that I think is going to start running this deck too. So I think this is a good deck for me to get some matchups in and see how well we play against it. Oh man, of course we prize Badoo. Bro, this is literally why I put in 2 Badoos in every Dragapult deck I play, because I hate when I prize the only Badoo. Bro. Alright, do we crush and hammer it away? Bam! Get out of here, Celebi's energy. Alright, then... I guess we pass, right? I don't think we do much else. You know, I don't think this deck runs Badoo because they want to get into Celebi instead and be energy accelerate. So realistically, we're not going to get Badooed or anything. They're just going to use whatever that is, Traverse Time. Well, I guess it's like grab Stadium and Pokemon, right? Yeah. So pretty clutch in this that they can grab their Stadium, right? And they can put Forest of Vitality in. I'm probably just going to find a way to judge them anyways. I think that'd be kind of funny. So if we can judge that out of there, we're in a better spot anyways, right? So... Alright, well... Crispin KO... I don't think that's the way to go. I think... So we could Crispin attach to Monkey and Dracloak and then take the KO here, but I don't think that's the right play. I still think we want to judge and make him use this Celebi again. So I think we're going to judge and then put energy here on Celebi and then see where they end up after the judge. I think slowing them down is the way to go for sure. Yeah, I got it. Risky Ruins all the way around, bro. I got it. Oh, do we Crushing Hammer? Do we hit heads again? Get another grass energy out of there? Oh, bro, that would have been clutch. All right, let's take the damage off of... I don't think it matters, but we'll take it off of Meowth for now. Burp, burp. And pass. Man, I wish we would have hit heads there. That would have been so clutch. If we could have hit heads, and if they don't have energy in hand, right, then they'd be in such a bad place. Ah, they got energy anyways. Right, as we talked about before, of course, we judge them into lilies, right? That's just how it works, right? You just every time. 50% of the time, it works every time. So what we want to see here, I'd be fine with a Psychic Energy boss, right? That's kind of that puts us into a way better place. And Dragapult's another part we need, so let's see if we can hit Psychic Energy boss and make life way better here. Nope. Definitely didn't happen that way. Nope. But Dracloak's not a terrible option either. So I don't know here, right? Do we need Crushing Hammer? I mean, realistically, is crisp and attaching here important? I don't know what we got over here. Nothing we can use for Night Stretcher. I think we're going to Lilies, so I guess we'll do it this way anyways. I mean, bro. Let's find out if we can get the energy and the Dunsparce. And we got the energy, we just didn't get the Dunsparce. So I guess let's go here and here. Well, I'm assuming we're not going to be in a great spot. They're probably going to have a boss at this point. So if they have boss into Meganium, how much are they hitting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they can get to 9. Yeah, I don't know. This is a deck I haven't loved playing today. They Briar KO'd me for a win earlier today with this same matchup, and I was pissed. I was not ready for that, even though I talked about it this weekend at the regional tournament that this deck is running Briar. I was not ready for the Briar KO when I was in a really good spot for the win. So certainly something within this matchup you got to be ready for. If you're on even prize trade, you can run into some issues with that. So Only way they got the win was because I got to I don't know how many energies they had on Ogre Pond, but it was a lot. It was a ton. Alright, so this is going to be interesting, right? If they don't... Jeez, oh, man. So this is definitely one of the better... You know, this I don't think this is the best grass deck right now, but it's pretty damn good. We got to hope we run into Unfair Stamp. I wouldn't mind Unfair Stamp, and then we'll boss up and take out the Teal Mask behind. Okay, not... I don't absolutely hate that where that went. Alright, come on, pink card, show up, bro. No, that was not it. I guess we could hit into Fez, right? If we don't get it here, are we better off getting Fez on the bench? Maybe, right? I guess we want to go here. Fez. Boss. Here. And hit the pink card, right? If we can get Unfair Stamp, then we're in a pretty dang good place at that point, right? And none of those Unfair Stamp. Alright, let's I don't know. We'll just start stacking this up, see what we get to. And I wish... we're going to be right there, though, right? So realistically, if they can't KO us, we can at least monkey 30 back onto him. Oh, well, that's why we couldn't find Unfair Stamp, right? Maybe I should prize check. Maybe it'd be good if I actually prize check for a change. Certainly something that was a lot better at this regional than I have been in the past. Making sure I'm prize checking better. You know, Parker did a really good job this weekend. He took a notebook with him and he was checking them off. He did really good with his prize checking. I was really proud of him on that. All right, so he's going to heal 30 off with his ability, so we'll be at 50. Back up to 80. You'd have to find a way to get to another monkey to take the KO. And so if they take a KO, we've got an outside shot of getting the monkey and energy back in. I'm not sure where they're taking a KO if they don't have, like, they're going to have to boss, right? They'll have to energy attack, boss. So this is where I thought he was going for an energy. Certainly where Crushing Hammer comes in handy in all matchups, right? So we talked about that at the very beginning of stream. Crushing Hammer is essentially to help with the Dragapult matchup. But it's also helped us in every other matchup when we've hit heads anyways, right? They've got to find that extra energy attachment. That's not what I expected. And Crispin, is this going to be like no, Leona's aid. They must be running out of energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scoop up Cyclone. That's their ace spec, bro. They did all that to get scoop up Cyclone, and then put this dude back in reach anyways. Where are we at here? So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3. If I'm doing my math right. So if we survive this, but we want him to take a KO, right? What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still 2, 4. Yeah, whatever. That's okay. I think that's better, right? We needed them to take the KO, so we can get both. Oh, there's no damage on board. Christ. So we can still unfair stamp. We got risky to put 20 more damage, so he'd be at 70 here. I don't know. Let's go here. Let's see. Do we have... We're going to have energy in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we should be able to crispin for the energies, I think. All right. It's not going to matter though, right? Because if we don't take the KO here, they're still... Well, they're only taking 2 prizes. I don't know. I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble. Doesn't help that I wasn't doing math correctly, right? If you math correctly, that makes a bigger difference. Just math right from here on out, then we'll be in a better spot. I think he's still got the KO at this point. So where are we going to be at after this? I mean, we got the Crispin. Let's see here. And do we keep stacking? I mean, if we take the KO here, it doesn't necessarily help us, right? We'll be at 3. We still need to get to... Still need to get to 4. Well, it's whatever. We're about to see what happens. About to find out. You already used scoop up, right? I mean, I think the goal is actually to be able to scoop up Cyclone if you've got a lot of damage on Hydrapple. So it seems weird to me that they did that for Meowth, because realistically we have a single turn KO on Meowth or the Ogerpon. It didn't make a difference. He only needed that for the energy, right? So let's see. Do we have the energy for attachment for Crispin? So I think we still have energy attachment for Crispin next. But we'd still have to boss KO to get to 4. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're still in trouble. Kind of looks cool that we both have our A specs up on the top right now, right? I think that's kind of sick. It looks kind of cool. Ah, bro. See what happens. Alright, so as long as we got 5... Alright, okay. We're not running 3 monkeys, so don't even matter here. Let's go here, stretcher, here. Alright, well... Let's try and get things set up here so if we make it through this, we have some chance. But if they've got a boss, right, it's just like kind of over. Where do we stack this 20 at? I think it makes any difference. All right, well, see what happens. Alright, so we got there 60 and 60. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think we were behind the 8 ball for this game for sure. I also don't think it helps that I'm terrible with Dragapult. And they've already got the win, so this is a deck I think that we're going to be seeing a little bit more of this Hydrapple deck. Partially because of how slow the meta is right now. You know, that's part of why Dragapult is so good, is the meta is just slow. It's hard. It takes time to get into anything. Again, part of why I'm running Raging Bolt, just because we can be a little more aggressive. Get out a little bit faster, but it was, I mean, again, I think part of that's my fault. I'm still working on getting better with Dragapult. Did we miss anything in that game that could have made things better for us? I don't know. All right, but if you guys haven't, man, please go smash the like button. And subscribe, watch some of our other long form videos, man. We really appreciate the community. We've been working really hard to make the channel better, and I always love getting feedback. So if you guys can, please let me know what you see within the videos, things you want to see us do better. Still didn't get any votes on what you guys would like to see us play for non-meta Monday. So right now I think it's going to be Hydrapple, but we'll put another vote out tomorrow. Or I'm going to be on tomorrow night. Might be able to get on a bit tomorrow. Kind of just depends on how late I get done with work. But if we can get on tomorrow, we can get some good games in. Probably going to go back to Raging Bolt. And we'll run Jose Morans. I don't know if I said his last name correctly or not. But we'll run his deck. Some things I do or don't like about it, but it certainly was the best Raging Bolt deck at the LA Regional. A couple of things I don't like, but I have played it a few times and been pretty good. You know, what did we finish tonight? 11-4 tonight. So, I mean, that's a pretty dang good run, especially with again, with a deck I just don't enjoy playing. And again, as always, man, we really love the support. And if you haven't, smash the like, go subscribe, and then hit me some comments in some of the videos. Let me know what things you like or don't like or want to see us do different. And again, this weekend we got a few more videos coming out, so it'd be great if you guys can check those out too. As always, man, how we sign off is Have a Poketastic day.